Hello, my daughters. Here I am. I'm making stuffed mushrooms, and I decided to video it because sometimes when you work a recipe through by memory, it'll come out more accurate than trying to tell you on the phone. In the bowl here, I have 10 teaspoons, heaping teaspoons of breadcrumbs. Dad cut up parsley. I just put in Parmesan cheese. Here are the stems and 2 mushrooms, because we're short on breadcrumbs, and some minced garlic. I went light on the garlic because I'm just getting back to it. Okay, over to the stove. I have a fairly nice amount of oil in the pan. Make that pan nice and hot. Mushrooms have a lot of water in them, so you don't want the water to spill out into the oil. Okay, first thing that goes in is the garlic. Smell that garlic. Simmering nicely. Oh, by the way, in the back pot here, homemade meatballs and sauce. I use the Cento pasta sauce, imported from pasta imported from Italy. Do not stir your mushrooms. Just shake them till it's all flat. If you stir them, you'll activate the water in them. Keep it flat. And you're going to see how nicely brown they get. You could even raise your flame a little bit. I have to turn the pan on this stove because it's a hot spot back here. Oh, it smells wonderful. I wish you could smell it. How's it smell, Dad?
Wonderful.
Dad is in, not 7th heaven, Dad's in 8th heaven. Oh, over here, by the way, is homemade lentil soup. I hear the sound. Pretty close here. See when the bubbles are big like that? The heat from the oil is evaporating all the liquid. In a minute or two, I'm going to be able to stir it. Okay. Lift it off the stove a little bit and turn it like that. You just kind of shake it and flip it. I still got the flip talent. Remember to throw your garlic in a few minutes earlier, because you want it nicely browned, a little lightly browned, golden brown. Look at that, you can see the difference in the color. But still no water. You don't want any water. It's just going to take another minute. Dad and I did the lentil soup yesterday. He's my sous chef. He cuts up all my vegetables. It's wonderful. Oh, let me show you. I have a new belt. It is, I recommend it to anybody. You see the back? It covers more of the back area, and it's very, very flexible. Here's the front.
You saw the brand name.
I'm going to get in touch with the manufacturer and tell them to make it in colors. Pale blue and green. Look at that. Is that beautiful? That is ready. I'm going to lower that flame down. I just shut the flame off and it's still sizzling. That's how hot the oil is. And absolutely no water escaping the mushrooms. Well, the water did escape the mushrooms. I'm having a hard time tying my apron with gloves on. The water did escape the mushrooms, but evaporated very quickly. Would you believe this? All right, finally. Okay, bring it over to the bowl and add it in. Scrape that pan well. You want every bit of it in there. Mix it around. I'm using a glass bowl so you have the best view possible. Now this is a little dry. I'm stirring it. It's just a little dry, so I'm going to add some more olive oil and a drop of water. You don't want too much water. Just kind of sprinkle a little bit on. Don't fall. The oil comes out at a nice speed. Okay. Make sure you hit the bottom of the bowl when you're stirring. When I first learned to cook, I never did that, and the bottom of the bowl would be dry. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. You notice, ladies, I'm even cooking with gloves on. Okay. See, it's moist, but it's not stuck together. My cameraman. All right, I'm going to take a little taste. Mmm. That is good. All right. You hold the mushroom in your hand. You grab the spoon. You put it into that hole area. And then you come back again and you go around the mushroom. Remember how I taught you girls? Go around the mushroom. I usually, so you get it into the hole and then come back with a little more. There. When you do that with the spoon, the likelihood of it falling off as it's cooking will be minimized. See? And you just kind of scrape it down. It's like using a palette knife. See how dark it got? I had fresh breadcrumbs and I toasted in the oven. So what I did was I sliced the bread. It was Italian bread from Nino's restaurant. I sliced it and I put it in a pie dish. And every time the oven went off, I would leave it in there. I would take it out the next time I had to cook. Wow, this grew. And take it out of the oven, use the oven, put it back in. And when I put them in the Cuisinart today to grind them up, they were so beautiful, very dry and crispy. Then you add your own seasoning. Let me see how many I have here. This is terrific. I'm happy there's leftovers because you could stuff zucchini with this. Do the same thing with the zucchini. Use a half of a zucchini. Mix it with the garlic in the frying pan. Keep the flame on high because zucchini, like mushroom, contains a lot of water. And then do the same exact steps that I did. This is wonderful. I have extra. I'm going to go back on one or two of them that I was not as generous with in the beginning. I hope this gives you enthusiasm to make them. Okay. You want a nice mounded top. You don't want a flat top. Okay. This is going to go in, don't follow me. This is going to go into a dish, a baking pan. Or a platter. This platter is wonderful. It's a little big, but I like it because it's shallow and it'll be able to get toasty. Oh, look, that fit nicer than I thought. This I'm going to put in a jar and seal it tightly. The counter is clean, not wasting anything. All right, and I'm going to just drizzle very lightly, a little more olive oil on there. Oop, I missed one. Okay, you're going to add a little bit of either chicken broth or I usually use water on the bottom, and you don't want to put too much in. I'd say maybe about a quarter